Would you look at that?
My friends, the great experiment.
So, hello everyone. Some time ago, early in the history of this channel, a few years ago, I think, actually, I did these little mini episodes, vignettes, maybe you could say, called 5 with Fitz. And it was sort of an opportunity for me to just talk about random things that just wouldn't really fill up a full episode on the channel, but maybe I could just talk about some stuff and maybe fill in some empty space on the channel, to kind of keep it fresh. And I did it for a little while, and it got some views, but it didn't really catch off. And I was kind of worried that I would kind of spend more time doing that than actually doing reviews and other videos. So I stopped it for a while and kind of forgot about it. But now that I've gotten quite a bit more subscribers, and sometimes I do have a bit of a gap between videos as I'm diligently working on recording the next build and building the next build and that kind of stuff. And sometimes people may think, hey, what happened to you? You don't seem to have any videos for a month. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll resuscitate my old 5 with Fitz episodes to let you know that, yes, I'm still here and still doing stuff, and add some content to the channel as filler while I'm off doing other things. So I thought, well, maybe I'll resuscitate that and try it again. So here we are with my 5 with Fitz redo. It's sort of deja vu all over again. So I thought I would produce these and see what you guys thought, and maybe I'll continue, maybe I won't. But I thought maybe as I go along, I'll try to see what works, maybe add some different flair or flavor to each of these episodes. So without any further ado, let's get along and see what is on the topic for today. And I got a few things I wanted to talk about. One of the first things is, if you ever heard of them, RTL Fasteners, I recently got some bits and pieces from them. I do plan on talking about them a little more in detail in some of my videos, but I just wanted to let you know that it's a really neat company. They seem to specialize in basically screws and fasteners and random things for the hobbyists. So they've got some really neat nut drivers, including these I got. Man, these are long. You can really reach out and touch somebody with these things. And so what's nice is they have both metric and standard, and they have these kind of neat ones that kind of lock into position for the screws. So give them a look. I'll put the link in the comments. Well, not the comments. What do you want to call it? The description, the video description, yes. And speaking of video descriptions, please take a look at my video descriptions, because I usually post links to various vendors and other people and companies that help support the channel. So please give them a look. You never know. Sometimes I actually have some discounts for various vendors. So just click on the video description, and usually there's a little more button, so it expands it. Take a look down there, and you might see something you like. And usually there's no kickback from me. Just take a look, and you may save some money. So check it out. Also, I thought I might try something called Comment of the Week. So I do get some really interesting comments, some really nice comments. I really appreciate everybody for commenting on my video. Even though I don't really respond to a lot of them, I do try to read most, if not all of them. I just usually don't have the time or sometimes inclination to respond to some of the more colorful comments. But sometimes somebody makes a good point or something I want to elaborate on, and it's not really easy just to type in a comment. So we had one that a gentleman said, hey, I'm really just kind of frustrated, flabbergasted is the word to use it. I actually like that word, flabbergasted, about the American addiction to Spectrum. So I realize I'm American and I do things here in America, and things are not always the same in other countries. Radio brands are different in other countries sometimes, depending on availability and pricing and all kinds of stuff. So for here in America, yes, Spectrum is basically king of the hill, and that's sort of just by gravitational pull. There's other great brands. When I got in this hobby, Futaba was the brand to use. Futaba. For at least for airplanes. For car guys, tended to like JR. Boat guys, I don't remember what boat guys did. Yeah, they probably did Futaba or whatever. And I've done the whole gamut. I've done Airtronics, I've done Futaba High Tech, Spectrum, JR, whatever, Sanwa, which is also Airtronics. So a lot of stuff is good. Things have changed recently, for the most part, in the radio era. So now we're sort of JR is pretty much out of the game for the most part. Airtronics is no longer doing anything. High Tech has just gotten out of the transmitter business, so we're stuck with basically Spectrum. You do have some brands from overseas. There's Juniper. There's what is it? I forgot a couple of different European ones, Jetty, and some other ones like that. But here in the States, the easiest one to get is Spectrum. It's also the most supported with all the bite and fly stuff. Horizon Hobbies is really the big boy now, especially since we've lost Hobbyco. So it's just the way things are. And Spectrum is a good brand. I'll admit I wasn't a big fan of them when they first came out with their Spread Spectrum, because it really wasn't Spread Spectrum. The DSM, original DSM, and even the DSM-2, for technical reasons, I wasn't a big fan of. But the DSM-X is a whole nother game, and I've not had any problem with the DSM-X stuff. So that is what it is, and I understand you may feel that's a little odd, but hey, that's the way things go. So anyways, don't think I have anything else, and I appreciate you listening in, and keep them comments coming, and I will see you next time.